Aloha and welcome to this module on configuration management. I don't know, this might be the most important module, most useful module that you will have in this course, if not your entire ICS degree program. I don't know. Because configuration management is central to the process of building any complicated artifact in a group. And when you think about it, that's kind of like the rest of one's professional career, is building complex artifacts in a group. And configuration management is the process and set of technologies by which one accomplishes that in an efficient way. Now you can do it certainly without configuration management. You can send emails around with attached docs, but that does not scale. It creates all sorts of organizational chaos. And so what you will learn or begin to learn about in this module are ways in which to create highly efficient group processes for developing complex structured artifacts. All right, and we're going to use as of 2016, pretty much the state-of-the-art tool, which is Git, which supports this thing called distributed configuration management. And we're also going to use the 800-pound gorilla of cloud-based hosting for artifacts, GitHub. So those two things are good. The module starts with a 15-minute screencast to give you some kind of a historical background on version control and configuration management, define some terms, very useful to know. Then we kind of dive into learning Git and GitHub. There's a pretty entertaining talk by Linus Torvalds about why he implemented Git. Has over 1 million views, worth watching. But that material is not going to be part of the WOD or anything. So if you have an interest in listening to one of the leading figures in this area, that's a good thing to do. Then there'll be an interactive tutorial using Try Git, which will give you the essence of the command line experience for Git, and that's important to understand the basics of clone and push and commit and merge and so forth. Then what we're going to do is have an experience where you use your newfound knowledge of Git and GitHub to actually download your portfolio from GitHub to your computer, make some edits, and then push that back up to the cloud. And you're going to find that now that you can do that, managing your professional portfolio will be much, much easier than it was before. And then conveniently enough, there is an essay that you need to write for this module, and so now you can write it locally on your laptop, and when you're done, push it up to the cloud. And we'll assess it through the technical essay. So there you have it, configuration management, really important. We'll be using Git and GitHub from now on every day probably till the end of the semester. So it's really important that you start to get facile with this very important technology. See you soon.